Oh man. Okay. All right. I think I got something going, so I'm gonna try to wade through it or live through it this time.
We good?
Not exactly, but let's keep going. So let's try to make it through it. I just have to try to figure it out.
Thank you guys so much for your patience. We getting there.
Ooh wee. Okay. I hold on. Okay, I think I know. I might know what I did. All right. I think I made.
JJ, do the thing. What's the thing? Help. Oh yeah, go ahead and ask some questions while we're waiting for Dad to get his end together. If y'all have any questions before we start this live, feel free to go ahead and ask, so we're not just, I could talk to y'all versus just looking at you. So feel free. Let's see what you got.
Okay, see now I can hear you loud and clear, but it's like I'm lagging behind. So and we're lagging. It's like talking and then I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm not experiencing a lag on my end.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm
Empathic starseed. Today's lesson: be patient. Indeed. Very positive way to look at that.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. So, Voche, you might need to go ahead and get going. So I'll just read the intro here. So once again, hello everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. I am sorry for the technical difficulties. Man, I thought I had this crap figured out, but it's like something changed. The world shifted and I didn't. So
it's all good.
I'm working with it. So I'm your host, Reginald Kuakaru, and I'm the founder of Comedic Centered Living. And my sidekick is usually in the chat, is actually the guest today. So it's my daughter, Voche, and she's the astrology reading birth chart extraordinaire. And she's going to share some ideas with you today about manifesting in the moon. So this is something that she's introducing to me as well. So I'm going to be learning with you guys. Now I have some ideas about it and different things because years ago I studied astrology and all that stuff, and it was cool. I love it. And love the ideas. But getting deeper into the moon astrology, man, is something else. Man, I see you guys already priming the pump.
Yes. Thank you.
So things can get moving in the chat pretty fast. So One Lost Spirit, thank you. Will M, thank you. Let's see, Plant Wells, thank you. But when you want to prime the pump, if you guys don't know about priming the pump, that's just putting it out to the universe, what you want. You got to put out a little bit of what you want to get it back, okay? So that's how priming the pump works. So if we give some enlightenment and value today, prime the pump, give back, just show appreciation. So I have a class called the African Mind Rewire that'll teach you how to apply the African spiritual science. Now, I got to say, this class is for people that are looking and ready to apply the knowledge, not for people that just want to read and gather information and then just eat up the information. That's not what it's about. It's about applying the knowledge. So if you are looking to uplift yourself spiritually, uplift your life, change your thinking, change your way of being so that you can have more, do more, and be more. That's what this class is about, okay? So not just gathering information. But I also have a course called the African Spirituality Before Christianity, the Ultimate Guide, and it'll help you break down any concepts or misconceptions of Christianity, but also give you the ideas of how to use these concepts in your life and how to practically apply them, all right? So thank you for being here today. This is going to be a positive experience. See, I have one of my chat moderators is Sabrina is here today, and Voche Vibes is up in here, but she's actually doing the job here, so she won't be necessarily moderating the chat. But Sabrina, thank you for being here. Huh?
I said I'm gonna do my best to reply to a couple things, but don't hold it against me if I miss something.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be helping you out. So Sabrina and me gonna be helping you out. So so again, thank you. So guys, be kind to Sabrina, be nice, and help her out. So any negative people will be bounced. This is about positivity, and it's about a chat of being just uplifting us here in spirit and energy and everything. Okay, so negative people, debaters, argumentative individuals, you might as well get out now because you're gonna get your behind bounced if that's what you came here for. So, but usually we're cool. So yeah. we got a little good community going here, so it's all cool. All right. So let's do this thing. Let's see. Love JJ. Let's see. I might you mind if I commission you, Love JJ? Would you be a moderator? Can you do that thing? Let's see. I'm a commission Love JJ, so add him as a moderator. So so go for it. So he can help us out. Love JJ is always real good anyway in the chat. So most deaf. Yeah. So okay. So I think I don't have the lag as much now, so I can hear you on point, Voche.
Yeah.
So definitely. So let's get this party started and get you into the phases of the moon and how it can help you manifest. Okay. So so that's what this is about.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you passing me the mic?
I'm passing you the mic. It's on you. So you go for it.
All right, guys. So let's talk about the moon. First of all, I want to talk about the relationship of the moon to the earth before we talk about the relationship to the moon to the sun. Okay. So most of us already know that the moon is responsible for pulling the tide on earth. It's responsible for keeping life alive at night. Okay, so if the sun is the giver of life, it's representative of the ego in astrology. The moon is representative of the nurturer of life. Okay, it's our inner world, it's our emotions. Okay, and the moon, how can I put it? It not only does it pull as above, so below. So not only does it pull the ocean, the water of the ocean and the water of earth, we as humans are made of 75% water. So just as the moon affects the earth, the moon also has an energetic pull on our energy, on our emotional body. Okay. So if you've ever wondered, especially women, if you've ever wondered why you feel moody all of a sudden, or you feel like you may be on an emotional roller coaster and not maybe unsure why, the moon probably has or plays a big role in your emotional well-being at the time. Okay. So let's talk about the moon signs. So our moon sign, everyone has emotions, but our moon sign tells us how we express those emotions. And depending on what sign the moon is in, okay, this tells us the theme of that cycle. Okay, so the moon rotates around the earth within a 28-day cycle. Okay, women, that's in alignment with our periods. Okay, and so the cycle of the moon, it starts at the new moon. And I brought this beautiful diagram for anyone who is interested in learning more about the moon. This is a book that I got. It's from one of my favorite stores in the mall. It's called Earthbound. Okay. But it's Moon Wisdom, Transform Your Life Using the Moon Signs and Cycles. Okay. So I feel like a elementary teacher. I used to love this part when they would show the pictures in the book. But so here we're looking at the cycles of the moon. And the moon starts at the new cycle, the new moon, okay? And the sign that the new moon is in tells us the archetypal energy and the theme that will be presented to us within that 28-day cycle, okay? So as I said before, the moon, just as the moon experiences the pushing and pulling of the ocean, as above, so below. So the moon pushes and pulls our energetic body as well. And the moon builds energy with the new moon, okay? The energy of the moon builds and builds up until the full moon. And then after the full moon, the energy contracts, okay? So there's a constant building of energy and then contracting of energy. So when is the best time to manifest during the phases of the moon, okay? When we know, let's use, we just had a Libra new moon pass, okay? So the themes of the Libra new moon are dealing with relationships, doing away with old relationship patterns, finding balance within relationships, admiring the beauty that is our life and the power that we have to create the life we want, and pay attention to our relationship themes, okay? So the new moon in Libra is building. The energy of the moon is building. So you receive lessons dealing with your relationships as the energy builds, okay? And you're in the thick of it as the energy is building. And then when the moon gets to the new moon, the full moon, excuse me. This is when the energy of the moon is at its strongest, okay? That is when the relation of the moon to the sun. I brought my beautiful moon. This was a gift to me by someone very special. But the relationship of the moon to the sun, when the moon is full, the sun is shining directly on the face of the moon. When the moon is new, the sun, put it behind, pretend like my head is the sun. The sun or the earth is hiding the moon, okay?
It's like an eclipse.
Yes, exactly. So the best time to manifest is during the new moon, when the energy is at its beginning, okay? And I love using basketball analogies, okay? So we're gonna talk about how to utilize the culminating and contracting energy of the moon, okay? So if you play sports, or if you've ever played sports or watched sports, you know that the first quarter, the moon, we're gonna say the new moon is the first quarter, okay? The first quarter, you devise a strategy. You've analyzed the opponent, and in this case will be the energy that the new moon is in, and you place or you decide your goals, you decide your plan of action to defeat your opponent. But in this sense, we're going with the flow of the energy, okay? So the first quarter is all about the game plan. This is how you're going to go about attacking your goals, getting things done and being most efficient, okay? When we get to the second quarter, which is this phase right here, the first quarter moon, this is when we analyze what worked for us in the first quarter based on the lessons and the obstacles that were presented to us. We analyze what worked best, okay? And then we keep what worked, we do away with what doesn't, and we carry out our second quarter all the way to the full moon, okay? And full moon is halftime, okay? So the full moon, this is the building of the energy, okay? This is when it's at its prime. So during the full moon, it would really benefit us to analyze what we're feeling, okay? Because emotions are high. This is when typically the most crazy stuff happens in the world, because everyone is dealing with this intense emotional energy. But you can either roll with the tide or get swept up in the wave, okay? And when we have awareness of what we're feeling and what we're going through, we know better how to navigate it, okay? So the way that works with manifesting is energy, or emotions are energy in motion, okay? So we manifest our reality through our thoughts. We think it first, and then as we think it, we feel what that thought feels like, okay? And we create through our vibration, okay? So at the culmination of the new moon energy, this is a time to really feel, really focus your energy, okay? And when we are aware of how we feel, we can tune that energy. But when we're not aware of how we feel, it may manifest as erratic energy, or feeling kind of out of sorts, or feeling like you're on a roller coaster or out of control. Okay. So it's really best to meditate during a full moon and analyze all the things that you are feeling, versus allowing the energy to just kind of let you be on autopilot. You feel out of control. Okay. So to channel the energy of the full moon to its highest potential, really focus and reflect on all of the challenges you have been facing from the beginning of the cycle up until this point, and analyze how you handled it, and how you want to move forward. So in halftime in sports, we go in the locker room, we analyze the things we did well, analyze the opponent and the things that we need to improve on. Okay, so after halftime, this is when the energy is contracting. Okay, so
what is halftime in the moon phase now?
Halftime is the full moon. Okay.
Okay.
This is when the energy is at its peak. The game is at its peak. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And so it is not controversial, but it is not within the flow of energy to start manifesting during the full moon. The full moon is not the time to start or set goals. The full moon is time to reflect on goals set at the new moon, and then we're carrying the mission out. Okay, so we're executing, strategizing.
Let me ask you this. So would you say that the full moon is the time of harvesting? So you set the goals and everything in the beginning, and then you harvest during the full moon?
Yes. So
okay.
This is when, once again, you're feeling the magnification of the lessons. This is maybe when you get the most intensity of the lessons. Okay. And you're being put to the test. Okay. So this is when the test occurs usually. Okay. And then after we've been tested, okay, now how do I feel about that test? Now we're coming to the analytical phase. Okay. And the reflective phase. Okay. When the moon's energy is disseminating. Okay. So we're reflecting on how we handled the test, okay? And now we're reanalyzing how we want to move forward. So the tests keep coming, but the difference is we're aware of how to deal with the test. And that is how we gain the wisdom, is through awareness. Okay, this is my challenge. This is what I learned from it. Now, when the next test comes, I know exactly how to deal with it to show that I have learned that lesson. Okay, because you learn, experience, and then apply. So this is when the moon's energy is disseminating. This is when we apply the lessons that we have learned. Okay. So that is when we come to this is the waxing crescent moon. Okay. And so we come to the waxing crescent, then the third quarter moon, and then third quarter. Okay. So the third quarter in the game is like, all right, I'm on top, I'm winning. This is what's working for me. I adjusted to the lesson. I feel good about how I carried that out. Now I'm going to I'm going to hold on to that and really continue to apply it all the way through, and reflect on everything that I've learned from the start to the finish, and really analyze what I've learned in order to really seed that wisdom. Okay. So yes. So as I said, when you're aware of the tide of the moon, you can ride with the wave. Okay. So the energy is there's always a cyclical expanding and contracting going on. Just like our auras expand and contract, the moon is a vessel, and the moon's energy expands and contracts. The earth's energy expands and contracts, and the sun's energy expands and contracts. Okay. So we're figuring out how to move with the flow of the energy versus moving against it or trying to fight it. Okay. So yeah, so depending on the
when it's the optimum time to do certain things.
You said what?
And knowing when the optimum time is to do certain things, or to put certain things into the universe, and then to harvest those things.
Exactly. So yeah, so we're moving. So what I just described is how we can move with the flow of the energy. Okay. And for women, so let's talk about how our cycle, how empowering our cycle is as women. Okay. Women are if the moon is the nurturing aspect of the zodiac sign, the planetary body of nurturing, us as women, we are in tune with the changing energy of the moon. So the moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days. Okay. So although the archetypal zodiac energy that the new moon starts in represents the theme of the entire month, we carry out that theme through each zodiac sign as the month progresses. Okay. So as women, what that looks like is typically women have their cycle at the new moon, or they have their cycle at the end of the phase, which is, they have the cycle at the new moon or the full moon. Okay. And in tribal times, it's known that when women are together, their cycles sync up. So in tribal times, women used to go and have moon circles, which is when all the women of the village go off to this tent and they let their menstrual go into the earth. It's a cycle. It's feeding it back into the earth. And they commune and talk about the psychic visions that they have in their dreams or the psychic interpretations that they're receiving. And they really just capitalize on the energy of the full moon and the power and the psychic ability that the full moon brings us as women. And after the women would have the moon circle, they would bring all the wisdom that they got from their moon circle and give it to the tribal village. So they would know when to plant this crop, when to migrate to this area, when the flood is coming. They would receive all this information from the earth and through the moon to help better and nurture their tribe. Okay. Yeah. So women's cycles is very powerful.
Yes. But can I add something to that?
Please.
So in talking about that, even the things that I have studied, the blood from a woman's cycle will also fertilize the earth, and you can use it as literally as fertilization for plants, just different things. So I know religion has taught women, to negatively look at their cycle or look at their cycle in a negative way, but there is so much power in that blood, ladies. That you have no idea. I mean, it's an amazing thing that you women are able to do during and through your cycle. It is truly amazing.
Yes, and honestly, like women in the patriarchal society, it's emotions are seen, or sensitivity, or women showing sensitivity in the workplace is shown as negative or has this negative connotation to it, but our superpower is the ability to feel and be sensitive, because we know what the people around us need. We know how to be nurturing and take care of them. And we can relate, especially if you have a moon sign in water, or a sun sign. Women have a sun sign in water. This amplifies your empathic and sensitivity to the pull and sway of the moon's energy. Okay. So as the moon moves signs every 2 to 3 days, you experience the emotional effect of those signs. Okay. And it benefits us to address and feel and process emotion and let it flow, because that's with the flow of energy. But when we hold emotions in, or when we're taught to hold emotions in or not, or that sensitivity or showing emotion is weakness, that creates and activates illnesses within our body, because the energy is being held in. So that's when, say if there's a genetic disease that is prominent in your family, the way that that's going to be activated is through stress, through holding emotions in, through being afraid to process them. But when we process it and let it out and feel how we genuinely feel in the moment, that is healthy expression of the energy, the expansion and contraction of the energy of the moon. Okay.
So can I answer a question that somebody just asked earlier?
Please.
Okay, so and just keep your thought, but so Deborah Rose asked, why has it been that they've been told not to have sex during a woman's period? And this is basically based on the ignorance of men, and then understanding that again, women, that menstrual blood literally carries information and knowledge. And if you engage in sex with a man, you are literally transmitting knowledge and information, and you can transmit knowledge and information to that man through your menstrual blood. So, so men, it is said that if a woman has menstrual blood or has sex during, or man has sex with a woman during the menstrual cycle, that he ends up being bonded to her. So, so you can imagine that through a patriarchal society, if a man doesn't want to be bonded to a woman, then what is he going to talk about as far as a woman's menstrual cycle? That it's a curse. Don't do it. Don't, you know, stuff like this. But I know that there is a in Louisiana, there's a saying that men used to have, says, do not eat the sauce, the red sauce. Because what would happen is a lot of women, they would say that women would put their menstrual blood in that sauce in order to basically, you know, capture the man or to put him under her spell, so to speak. So, but that's a negative aspect, guys. There's so much positivity, again, that is within that woman's menstrual cycle that is so powerful, that has been hidden from us and hidden from women through a patriarchal perspective.
Yes, yes, I agree. And I just wanted to bring the point around that within being with the flow of energy, we know how to capitalize on the expansion of it. So once again, as it's building, that's when you add fuel to your goals. That's when you add fuel to your manifestations, by really being in tune with the building of it. Okay, so you're building on your expectations, you're building on going after it. This is a good time for action. Okay, so the phases of the moon from new moon to full moon is 2 weeks. Okay, so for that first 2 weeks, you are building on that energy, you're pursuing, you're going after, you're feeling what it feels like to achieve success. Okay, you're manifesting with your energy, with your emotions, energy in motion. Okay, and then from the full moon to the next new moon, you're reflecting. Okay, it's a digress. The energy is digressing. We're gonna go with that. It's digressing, and so you're reflecting. You're looking back on the lessons that you've learned. You're adjusting. You're perfecting. You're fine tuning it. Okay, so it's best to start the manifestation with the new moon, okay, and reflect after the full moon. Okay, so that is how you utilize the energy of the moon to your benefits. Okay, so I think we can open up for questions now, or have y'all already been asking questions? Let me see.
No, they've been like just wowing at the information. So it's like, man, this is a lot. So it's crazy. So, but guys, you got any questions? So whether it's about the moon or it's about astrology in general, and Voche and her birth charts. I know a few of you have gotten birth chart readings from her. Man, y'all ask questions and she can do that. So, Voche, go ahead.
I was gonna say drop a couple moon signs. If you know your moon sign, put it in the chat, and I'll tell you things or characteristics about your moon sign.
Can you just go through them? Do you have information that you can go through them?
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay.
It's a lot.
All right. Okay. We'll let people. So we'll let people drop their moon sign, and then she can give you a little bit about your moon sign. So yeah, I know mine is a Libra moon. So and it's on the cusp. Yeah, it's a Libra moon.
Yeah. So Dad's moon is on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio, I believe. And so so let's talk. So the moon is how we nurture ourselves. It's our emotional expression. Okay. So Libra is the sign of balance. But this doesn't mean that Libra is always in balance. It means that Libra is good at finding the balance because it can see both perspectives. Okay. Yes. And gain the wisdom from understanding both perspectives.
And that's always been a strength of mine.
Most definitely. And Libra is always about fairness. And growing up, my dad was always a nurturing figure in my life because he was a advocate for fairness. Okay. If he laid out the rules, all right, if you don't do this, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. Okay. So if we did that anyway, he's like, all right. And not with anger, it's just with fairness. Like, okay, I told you not to do this, and I told you these were the consequences, right? And as kids, we were like, well, yeah, that makes sense. He's like, okay, well, now accept the consequences. So saying it to say Libra Moon is all about fairness. Libra Moons enjoy the beauty of life. Libra has a very optimistic side because it does want to see the beauty in life, okay? And Scorpio brings that intensity of emotion. This is why, how can I put it? He understands. So Libra is air, but with that Scorpio water, it makes him very understanding of the extremes of emotion. So whereas Libra likes to stay in the abstract realm, that Scorpio allows him to dive deep and understand even the depths and the ugly parts of life and integrate that into beauty as well. Okay. Oh, Taurus Moon.
Yeah.
Taurus Moon. I'm a Taurus Moon. Hey, Bestie. Shout out to the Taurus Moons. So the moon is exalted in the energy of Taurus, and Taurus is the sign of natural beauty. It's ruled by Venus, so as is Libra. So if Libra is the abstract, mental, physical beauty of the moon sign, Taurus is the natural physical beauty. Okay, so Taurus deals with the five senses. So the way Taurus moons nurture themselves is through pleasure, okay, because Taurus is the pleasure professional. Okay, so that means Taurus moons, it benefits you to take nice hot baths, light some candles, enjoy a good savory meal, because Taurus loves food, okay, and sweets, and just anything. Like the idea of a perfect day with food would have to be somewhere in there. Okay. Taurus is also exalted because it sees the natural evolution of emotions. Okay. And Taurus energy is very stable. It's very calming. Okay. And it takes a lot to get a Taurus moon riled up or out of their comfort zone. Taurus moons someone can throw a shot at a Taurus moon, and Taurus moon will just look at them like, oh, you thought you wanted to get a rise out of me? Like, no, I'm just not going to talk to you, and I'm going to go over here because you're unstable. So that's Taurus moon. It's very stable. Taurus moons are very good at thinking through their thoughts and thinking through their emotions. And often Taurus moons have had to be the emotional pillar within their friend group or within their family, and are very, for that, they are very good at reasoning through their emotions in a very stable way. Okay. Aries Moon. Okay. Aries Moon, KG. Aries Moon. Okay. So
yeah, I'll tell you that you're going to get questions from all of them. I've already seen just about every moon come up. So that's what I'm saying. Just go through them.
As I look down, I'm seeing them.
Yeah. You got all kinds of moons up here. I think they're making up moons.
Yeah, are they? So Aries Moon. Aries is fire. Aries is also the first sign of the zodiac. So we know that Aries is the god of war, but Aries is also, it has this innocent air. Okay. So it is pure fire expression, but it's also, I look at Aries as lightning. Okay. So you express your emotions in a very lightning way, but with that, it's pure expression. So Aries expresses what they feel and how they feel in the moment. Okay. And Aries can go from 0 to 100 real quick. But as soon as they get to 100, if you give them what they want and the issue is resolved, they go immediately back to 0. And then they looking around at everybody else like, why y'all still mad? That was like 5 minutes ago. We done moved on from that.
That is so real. Hey, yeah. I dated, the last woman I dated, she was an Aries. And boy, she would fire me up. And then she'd be like, once she got what she wanted out of me, then she'd be like, okay, I'm cool. But I'm seething for the next 2 hours. That's that water sign in me. It's just, she done put me in a boil. That water don't just go down, but a fire can be like, it can flash and then go away.
Right. So water, we hold on to that. We hold on to those emotional imprints. But fire, it can burn you and then be like, why? I don't understand why it didn't hurt that bad. Or fire has a tendency to be insensitive because they do process things in a very spontaneous way. So
it's like, Aries, why you still mad? Get over it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that was 5 minutes ago.
Right. Let it go.
So with that, Aries is very encouraging. Fire is very motivating. Okay, so saying that to say you nurture people in a very inspiring, motivating way. Aries moons are leaders. Aries are leaders. Okay, and Aries like to march to the beat of their own drum. Okay, you can't control an Aries. You can't make an Aries do anything that they don't want to do. Okay, because Aries is very headstrong. Okay, and impatient. Aries has a tendency to be impatient. So if you are an Aries moon, be aware of your impatient tendencies and learn to count to 10. Take a couple breaths. Okay, don't burn people just off of first your reactions. Okay, so Aries is learning how to respond instead of react, because everybody ain't gonna get over it as quickly as you do, and those burns, you know, they leave scars. Okay.
Yep. And that's what they need to understand. Hey, if you burn somebody, it's gonna leave a scar. They ain't gonna be over it as quick as you are. So chill.
Yeah. Oh, Pisces. Yeah. Okay.
Pisces Moon. So somebody's asked for Pisces Moon.
Yeah, they said, okay, let's do Pisces. All right, Pisces. So Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So if we just talk about Aries, which is the baby, it's new. When it throws a tantrum, you know, it wants what it wants, but when it gets it, it's fine. Pisces moon is the last sign. So Pisces is all encompassing of all the signs and can pull characteristics or relate to all of the signs. So as a Pisces moons are extremely psychic, extremely empathetic, but with that, Pisces moon often knows and can interpret how other people feel, but it's very fuzzy. Like your emotional world may be fuzzy to you. So Pisces often has to take a lot of time to themselves and resonate within their own energy to understand how they are feeling. Okay. Because when you take on, Pisces is as an emotional sponge. Okay, so you say if you're around the Aries moon and they're giving you all this fire and this heat, you'll reflect that. You'll feel this fire, this heat, and this passion. Okay, but say you're around a Libra moon, you'll feel very balanced, very even, very calm. You know, it just depends. Pisces is very impressionable. Okay, so although it is a superpower in the sense that you know what people are feeling, you receive psychic messages from the universe. Pisces moons are a channel. Pisces has to be very emotionally aware so that it knows what it's projecting and knows what it's creating. So Pisces moons often have a difficult time communicating their emotions because it's like, how do I feel? I feel this, I feel a little bit of this. Pisces moon is very in tune with the collective consciousness. So they could be feeling anything at any given moment. So it really benefits Pisces to be emotionally savvy and analyze, how do I feel right now? And where is it coming from? Is this mine or is this somebody else's? Do I need to sage? When was the last time I saged? You know, clear your energy, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Okay. Very impressionable. All right.
Awesome. And that those two fish going two different directions says a little bit about the kind of the scatterbrainness, I guess, of Pisces. I shouldn't say scatterbrainness. It's just they can go in two different directions at the same time and not know when they're coming or going sometimes.
Right. Because the two fish represent being in reality and out of reality and constantly rotating. So Pisces moons are very imaginative, very creative. They get lost in la la land a lot, but oftentimes because their private world is much more interesting than this earth world. Pisces often feels like a fish out of water in physical reality. Okay, so that makes them very imaginative, very creative, very artistic. Pisces signs are very musically gifted. So yeah, love Pisces. Aquarius moon. All right, Aquarius. So Aquarius is air, and it is known, Aquarius is notorious for its emotional detachment. Okay, Aquarius doesn't like emotions. It doesn't like getting deep into emotions. It likes to remain in the abstract realm of thought. And Aquarius is very intuitive because it can analyze the past from a mental perspective, see the present, and know where the future is headed. Okay, so saying it to say Aquarius sees the bigger picture, okay, and where things are headed. And with that, it can't move forward if it's getting all bogged down in the trenches of emotions. Okay, so Aquarius moons are known to be emotionally detached or emotionally distant. So if you come to an Aquarius moon with some deep.
Isn't that most air signs are detached emotionally?
Yes, but some handle it better than others. For example, Libra, it wants to create balance. So it's willing to listen. It's willing to try to understand you, but it's going to bring you back up to the air. Okay. It's going to bring the situation back up. But Aquarius is like, look, either you meet me up here, I'm ghosting you. I don't want to talk about that. Like, if you want to argue, I don't got time. I'll be over here. Like, I don't have time for this emotional roller coaster. Okay. Aquarius, analyzes its emotions from a very intellectual, logical perspective. It's like, okay, this is how I feel. I want to feel this way, or how can it benefit me to look at this situation to propel me forward? Okay. So saying it to say Aries, it can be a good thing because you give emotional wisdom from a logical standpoint, but it can be kind of dry. Aquarius moons are known to be blunt and tell you the truth. And it's like, hey, if you don't ask me the truth if you don't want it, you know? So, so from that perspective, Aquarius teaches from a very nurtures from a very non-emotional perspective. Okay.
Okay. And let's see, Florence Kuhn was asking, says, my birthday is September 30th, 23rd. Do I follow Virgo and Libra moons? So the moons is not necessarily based on your birthday, right?
No, the moon, you can discover your moon sign through your birthday, but you would have to look at your chart or even if you don't have your birth time, you can go on Cafe Astrology and put in your birthday and sorry, y'all, my dog is having some technical difficulties. I hope he all right. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try to stay focused. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I'm here. What was I talking about?
The birth chart.
You all right? Oh, okay. So the moon, your moon sign, Cafe Astrology, you can put in your birthday, the place you were born, and it'll give you the signs that your planet is in, your planetary bodies are in. Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I completely lost that train of thought. My dog is over here having some issues. I'm gonna try to stay with y'all right now. You okay?
Yeah, that dog is like her. That dog is like her baby, her child.
Y'all, that's my son. That's really my son. I might have to get up in a second.
I call him my grand dog.
Yeah, grandpa. Okay, so let's see. Did I answer that question?
So you were saying about she was asking about which one of what would be her moon sign basically, because she was on the cusp of
okay, your birthday is on the cusp. So your sun sign is what is on the cusp. You would have to look and see what phase the moon was in. I mean, what sign the moon was in at the time of your birth. But what if your sun is on the cusp, then yes, you have qualities of both of Virgo and what's after Virgo? Libra. Yeah. So you have qualities of both, but that doesn't tell about your moon sign though. We have to dig deeper for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you need to know your chart and know your time of birth to actually find your moon sign. Because like my moon signs, I'm a Libra moon, but it's on the cusp of Virgo and Scorpio, the house of Virgo and Scorpio. Yeah. So even that takes into account those two houses, though it's like that energy is still filtered through both of those houses in a way.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So did I miss a moon sign? Ooh, somebody said Leo moon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think you went through all 12 of them yet, have you?
No, not yet.
So that's what I'm saying. Just keep going, because everybody done asked, so just keep going.
Okay.
So you're on Leo?
Yeah, Leo. So Leo moon, once again, fire. But Leo moon is expressive, creative fire. It wants people to feel something. It wants to be seen and recognized for its artistic gifts, for its presence, for its generosity. Leo moon is very affectionate and appreciates affection in return, nurturing. Leo energy in general shines and appreciates other people who shine. Okay, so if you hype a Leo moon up and tell them how good they look or how good a job they did, they'll reciprocate it tenfold. Okay, it's not a self-centered energy. It's like, okay, you see my shine, I see your shine. We can shine together. Leo wants to shine together. With that, Leo moons see themselves as royalty because Leo is the regal sign. So they carry themselves with this royal air. And emotionally, if their pride is wounded, if you say something against them, then that is when the roar of the lion comes out. Because it's like, oh, you don't see my shine, or you don't see me in the way that I'm trying to perceive myself. Well, now I don't feel comfortable around you. You don't deserve my shine anymore. I'm gonna take it over here. So saying that to say, Leo moon is very expressive and can be emotionally dramatic if they are at an emotional high. Okay, so and then it's one of those situations where they may roar and they'd be like, oh, did I just my bad, I didn't mean to put that much passion into it, because Leo is very passionate, very expressive. And you apply this to your emotions as well. So how does Leo moon nurture themselves? By creating, singing, doing makeup or looking nice, like pampering themselves, really doing anything that increases their shine or their capabilities. Leo moons are often very artistic, creative, musical, actors, actresses. Okay, these are the artistically gifted, because Leo is the performer. Okay, so that you can be a performer emotionally or a performer artistically, but either way, Leo moon wants you to feel something and they want to be felt in return. Okay.
Ooh, Lord, don't get involved with somebody that's a performer emotionally. My God.
Look, Leos can be very dramatic. Okay.
Oh,
they
Lord.
can take something little and they blow it up because it's the sun. It magnifies
the sun,
it,
You got to shine and magnify everything.
Right, exactly.
Woo.
Cancer moon. Let's talk about Cancer moon. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. Okay. And this is why Cancers often get a negative reputation for being moody, is because we feel, I say we because I'm a Cancer sun, but I'm a Taurus moon. But Cancer energy feels everything intensely. Cancer moons can experience a very wide range of emotions in a very short period of time. So saying that to say, if you are dating a Cancer moon or involved in a Cancer moon, just be understanding. You don't got to get on the roller coaster with them, but wave at them as they on their emotional roller coaster. Let them process it. Let them analyze their feelings, because Cancers, really, Cancer energy are great manifestors and are arguably one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac. Dad will probably say Scorpios, but I'm a little biased.
You know it.
But Cancers are powerful because, once again, we manifest with our emotions, energy in motion. So whatever we're feeling is what we're putting out into the universe. So if you want to make people feel loved, you can make people feel loved. All you have to do is tune your emotions to that vibration, and everyone around you will feel it. But if Cancer's in a bad mood, then everyone around him is going to feel that too. So Cancers really have to take responsibility for their emotional sovereignty, because whatever emotion you hold is how you will affect everyone that you touch. Okay, it's very infectious. So Cancers have to be aware of how they are affecting people. With that, Cancer's moons appreciate emotional security, emotional stability. So Cancer moons don't like to deal with people. Cancer moons don't like fire. Okay, it getting burned or feeling like someone is unpredictable or they don't know how they're going to react emotionally makes Cancer uncomfortable, because Cancers feel everything so deeply that it makes them kind of hesitant to deal with people. It's like, okay, I don't want to get burned, I don't want to get hurt, so let me figure out how I want to deal with you, or if I even want to deal with you moving forward. And in relationships, Cancers appreciate emotional security, someone who is going to listen to them, take the time to understand how they feel and work through the emotions with them, versus, for instance, a Cancer moon and Aquarius moon would bump heads because Cancer is very feeling and Aquarius runs from feeling. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
that
you're having trouble in your relationships, and you're an air sign and a water sign, and the air sign, the water sign gets mad at the air sign because the air sign is just so detached emotionally a lot of
yeah,
times.
and
Yeah,
they feel like they're aloof, like you don't care.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just arrogant, don't care. But it's not that they don't. It's just they just process information in a different way. So you got to
Right.
understand that. Yeah.
Right. With that, Cancer moons, water moons are very psychic, very empathic, just like the Pisces moon. Pisces takes in or is an energetic sponge. Cancer is an energetic sponge too, but we're aware. It's like, okay, I feel them vibes. That's why I don't want to deal with you. I'm gonna distance myself from you from now on because I feel the vibes that you're giving me. Cancer is very attuned with vibrations. So I'm a Cancer moons. Our first language is energy. Okay. We don't even, upon introductions, I'm not listening to your name. I don't care about what you got on. Like, how do you feel to me? Cancers are
What's their vibration?
Yeah. How are you vibing? Exactly. That's water signs in general. Cause Scorpio gonna scope you out too and see, and yeah. And they're gathering information about you to decide how they want to deal with you. That's
yes. It's not only, we're not only listening to what you're saying, we're feeling what you're saying. And exactly. If they don't jive, we know.
Yeah, exactly. Like Scorpio paying attention to your body language. If you twitch your eye or if you scratch your head when you tell a lie, Scorpio gonna peep all of that out. Okay, you can't get nothing past Scorpio energy. Cancer, on the other hand, they want to see the best in you. They want to feel like you are a good person, or they think that everyone has the same heart that they do. And that's when Cancers get burned. Okay. So when they get burned, that makes them guarded, or that's what makes Cancers so hard to get through, because they have experienced emotional pain in the past. Okay. It's important for Cancer moons not to live in the past, because by living in the past, you recreate those energetic memories and apply it to your future. So be very aware of what you are creating energetically. Oh, Virgo moon. All right, we're moving to Virgo now. Virgo, Earth. Okay, Virgo is the practical perfectionist of the zodiac sign. So Virgo is very analytical of themselves. Virgos are often their own worst enemy, because the anxiety, their critical nature, when it's not being directed outside of them, Virgos attack themselves internally. Okay. And they have this expectation of perfection that is unattainable, because perfection suggests a finished state, and we are never finished evolving. Okay. We're always learning. There's always room for improvement. But Virgo's challenge is to flip their analytical perspective. Instead of finding everything that's wrong, also find everything that's right, or that you're doing well. Congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself credit for all that you've accomplished. Virgo moon. Go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, one of the reasons that Virgos can be so critical of other people, because Virgos will pick you apart. Mm-hmm. But one of the reasons they're so critical is because they're so critical of themselves that in a lot of instances, they're trying to like say, okay, I might be bad, but I'm not as bad off as you.
Right.
So exactly. you have to lift yourself above that, above those, because that's really a lot of times too where the Christian judgment comes in, is where they're looking so negatively at themselves that they got to judge other people, so they can look, say, in relation to you, I'm okay. And that's kind of what Virgos do a lot of times.
Right. Exactly. So with that, Virgo's gifts are that Virgo is very health conscious. Especially when it comes to holistic health. Virgo moons, it really benefits you guys to have some sort of workout routine, some sort of physical routine, something that allows you to get active and really move your body and move the energy within your body. Because Virgo is very health conscious. And I live with a lot of Virgo energy. And I noticed that when they work out, your mind, body, and soul is enhanced, okay, through physical exertion, through doing something in your everyday routine that allows you to get closer to your ideal of perfection. Okay. Virgo is very body conscious. Virgos can be so hard on themselves about how they look. If they see any little bit of fat, any imperfection, they will develop a huge insecurity around something no one else even sees. Okay.
Right.
So with that, Virgo moons are very supportive of their loved ones. That is how they nurture, is by being helpful. Virgo moon wants to know, how can I help you? How can I make your life easier? How can I, help you be more efficient? Virgo is a great facilitator. And in your job, whatever Virgo does, it wants to do it to the best of its ability. Okay. So Virgos are very good at work, or they're very good coworkers to have because they're detail oriented, they're good with deadlines, and they want to get the job done to the best of their ability. Okay. So it's great to have a Virgo on your team. All right. Because they're going to keep you right.
Virgos are organizers de jour. I mean,
exactly.
if you want to get organized, a Virgo is going to organize your ass.
Right. Right.
Whether you want to or not.
Right. They're going to tell you about yourself for real. You need a thick skin with Virgo, and don't criticize them. They can criticize you all right. They want to. But if you criticize them, you public enemy number one. Don't point out a Virgo's flaws if you want to stay their friend.
Hey, one of the things that a Virgo will say is, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, but they'll be like, well, what? You didn't see it? I saw it. I can't speak on it. Like, that's definitely Virgo energy. Like, just because you see it, don't necessarily mean it need to be said out loud. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. The next sign I see that pops up, I'll do it. Let's see. Capricorn Moon, Indira. Yeah. All right, Capricorn Moon. So another earth sign. So Capricorn is the ambitious one. So all the earth signs are concerned with material wealth, material security. And Capricorn is the entrepreneur. Okay. Capricorn wants to produce, especially emotionally. They feel most comfortable when they have a certain amount saved when they're working towards something, because Capricorn Moon is also very critical and hard on themselves, but not in terms of body. Capricorn Moon is hard on themselves in terms of accomplishment, what they're doing, what they're working toward, and engaging themselves on how close they are to their dreams. Okay. And if they don't feel like they are where they want to be, Capricorn Moon will beat themselves up. Okay. And just like Virgo, Capricorn Moons are often their own worst critic and really have to focus on the accomplishments that they've made thus far, instead of where the lack, or where they feel like they haven't accomplished yet, because Capricorn is the slow builder. Okay. So Capricorn Moons often achieve the financial success that they're looking for later in life, around 30s or 40s, because y'all are trying to build something that's lasting, something that's going to stand the test of time. Okay. So Capricorn is very ambitious, and they nurture with wisdom. Okay. Capricorns are going to give you the best advice that they feel that you need in order to move forward, in order to capitalize on your ambitions, because Capricorn Moons don't just want to be successful themselves. They want to bring everybody up with them. They want their family members to be successful. They want everyone on the top together. Okay. Because Capricorn knows that it's lonely at the top. Okay. So Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. If Cancer is the mother, the nurturing mother, Capricorn is the father. So emotionally, Capricorns can have a tendency to be detached, in the sense that they aren't very emotionally expressive, but they will listen to your emotions. They will consider how you feel. They will nurture in a fathering way. Okay. So they're not going to get down in the emotional trenches with you, but they'll listen. They'll be the shoulder to cry on, if you want to, and they'll give you good wisdom and advice, because they're not just going to listen just to listen. If you don't want Capricorn's advice, don't go cry on their shoulder, because they're going to tell you what you're doing wrong, what you need, how you need to adjust, and how you can be better. Okay.
They're going to be straight with you.
Yeah, they gonna be straight with you, real straight. Earth energy in general is real straight, real direct. Yep. Okay, so that's Taurus Moon, that's Virgo Moon, that's Capricorn Moon. Okay, and then the air moons, out of the air moons, Aquarius is the most direct. Libra is a charmer, so it'll tell you what you want to hear in a way that you need to hear it. But Gemini just likes to talk. They can see everybody's perspective. They especially Gemini moons. Okay, so
I don't think you've done Gemini Moon.
I haven't. So Gemini Moon is air, masculine air, and Gemini is the messenger of the zodiac. So people with Gemini moons are usually very intelligent, very curious people, very inquisitive, and they analyze their emotions from a very curious standpoint. So it's like, which is can be very healthy, because they're like, why do I feel like this? Or this made me feel this way. I wonder why. And then they go into this analytical curiosity cycle that really allows them to be very aware of how they're feeling emotionally, and then communicate those emotions in an informative way. That a Gemini likes to be very informative and matter of fact. And it's a very stable emotional energy, if that makes sense. But with that, the difficulty of Gemini Moon, Gemini Moon can be kind of scattered, or want to take on too many things at once, and this can cause anxiety. So Virgo and Gemini are the two signs ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is mental energy, thinking, logic, okay? And overthinking causes anxiety. So Gemini really has to have rituals that allow them to clear their mind and really write down their thoughts, or have what's called a brain dump, and get the information out of your head and onto paper.
Now, isn't Gemini also, so Gemini is the twins, so it's like they can have two personalities sometimes.
Right. And so Gemini can be moody in that sense too, in the sense that you don't know which twin you getting on any given day. Okay, it's definitely duality. But with that, Gemini moons are very adaptable, and can be the type of person who travels for work or likes to move around a lot, because Gemini gets bored. And Gemini moons are allergic to boredom, and like to read, like to always be gaining information or knowledge, whether it be from reality TV, because Gemini likes to gossip as well, or
Geminis can be Geminis are a lot of times bisexual too.
Yeah. Geminis are very curious, very explorative.
Bi-curious.
Yeah, very, very much so. So, let's see. I think I see Sagittarius next. Sagittarius Moon, and I don't know how many I've done, but let me know when it's time to wrap it up. Okay, Dad?
Okay, you're good.
Sagittarius Moon, fire. Sagittarius is the seeker, it's the explorer, Sagittarius is the philosopher. Okay, and oftentimes Sagittarius moons operate their life through a specific philosophy or a specific perspective, and with that, Sagittarius moons can be very blunt as well. Okay, because Sagittarius speaks their truth from their perspective, and it can often be said so matter-of-factly, like, this is how I feel, this is what I think, that it might take people aback. But if you're dealing with the Sagittarius moon, it's best for you not to take the things that they say personally, because it's never personal. It's just how they bluntly expressed their perception. But with that, it's very important for Sagittarius moons to consider other people's opinions, and not only solely rely on their own, because Sagittarius, I've seen a lot of examples where Sagittarius moon can become narcissistic, in the sense that they feel if they acknowledge the emotions of another person, that it means that their emotions are invalid, or they won't be heard, or their perspective has been invalidated. And Sagittarius does not like to feel invalidated. Okay. With that, Sagittarius moons are very adaptable, very adventurous, can also live in multiple places or travel multiple places. Sagittarius moons probably really enjoy traveling, and experiencing new things, trying new things. Yeah, this is This is explorative fire. Okay, so this is passion, a passion for knowledge, a passion for experiences, a passion for learning and discovering more of the earth, of why we're here. I get a lot of Sagittariuses through my birth chart reading, Sagittarius suns, moons, and risings, because Sagittarius are always seeking knowledge, always seeking a greater understanding of themselves as well as the universe. Okay.
Yeah, the Sagittarius can go deep. So
yeah,
and again, Sagittarius is one of this the arrow that they shoot, that straight arrow too. So they can be pretty straightforward a lot of times.
But with that, one last thing about Sagittarius moons often experience a tougher time in their youth or growing up, because Sagittarius has a very thick skin, but it's because they've dealt with situations that have made them have to have a thick skin. And Sagittarius are also very optimistic. Like, you can't keep them down. They always see the bright side of any challenge, any adversity. They understand that it can be learned from. Sagittarius understands that it can learn from any person, place, or situation, and takes on life from the perspective of, what can I learn from this? So Sagittarius energy is very expansive, very intelligent. But with that, Sagittarius has to be careful about overdoing things or overindulging. Sagittarius is known for addictions, alcoholism, partying too much. Sagittarius can be kind of wild at times. So it's knowing when to pull the reins back if it's not serving you. Okay.
Right. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Man.
So
have we gone through? So I was trying to think of, I can't. Which moon have we missed? I know a lot of people came in kind of late. They were asking for certain things over again, but we've done Gemini, we've done Libra, we've done Virgo, we've done Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, Pisces,
Yes, someone asked, they wanted to see this book again. This book has all of the moon signs in it. And tells you how it would benefit you to go about your day based on your moon sign.
What's the title again?
It is Moon Wisdom: Transform Your Life Using the Moon's Signs and Cycles. And it's by Heather Rowan Robbins. Okay, and it looks like this. I got this at a store called Earthbound in the mall, but I'm sure you could probably find it on Amazon or your local bookstore maybe. But yeah, this book has all the moon signs in it, as well as how it would benefit you to carry your day out based on your moon sign, as well as the gifts of your moon. Okay. So.
Oh, Mr. Sharp, she already did Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus was one of the first ones, man.
Yeah, that's one of the first ones.
Yeah, Taurus Moon. Yeah, yes. I did Capricorn Moon.
Yeah, she's went through just about all of them. We've been into this over an hour, guys. So if y'all just coming in, y'all might have just missed those, but you can definitely catch the replay and catch those. So let's see. And let's see. Insight wanted to share the link for the reading. Let me see if I still have that. Yeah. So here's the link to Voche's page. So if you wanted to get a birth chart reading, then you can go there and you can see all of the services that she has. So I know Mrs. Sharp, you had asked earlier if she did tarot card readings, and she does.
Yes, and indeed, I do.
And Donald said earlier that Voche, you gave an absolutely wonderful astrology birth chart reading for him. So he was just saying that you really did a good job on it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you are looking to book a reading, I am now booking for the week of April 4th. Okay, so if you want to get in line, I take readings first come, first serve. I take an hour out of the day to answer emails. So if I don't get to you within that day, expect a response from me within the 24 hours. I always get back to you. Don't please, like, I operate with a very high level of integrity. So please don't be anxious or wonder, they're going to, I know how people can be sometimes when you're investing in mysticism or exploring this side. Just know that everything is all good. You can trust me. I don't play about that. Okay. I'm very passionate about what I do.
That's for both of us. So I know a lot of times, boy, it's like people, they put that money down and 2 hours later, they're like, hey, I ain't heard nothing yet.
Where y'all at?
What do I do? Blah.
Yeah. I got you. I promise. Okay.
Yes.
I promise.
Yes. We'll take care of you.
Most definitely will take care of you. And I want to make sure I speak on everything. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? Yeah, so I do
Jeff Hall says her readings are incredible and awesome even.
Thank you.
The people that have gotten readings from her are they sing her praises. So gosh, she does an excellent job at it. And because she's very intuitive, she's not just reading you information. A lot of times she's literally tapping into your guides and they're feeding her information for you when she's doing the reading and through her. So you're getting some awesome, great knowledge when she's doing those readings.
Thank you. Yes. I conduct my readings for the highest good of you, for the highest good of me, and for the highest good of the collective. And I always intend for spirit to deliver the messages that you were sent to me to receive, because I do not believe it is coincidence to cross paths with anyone. And I'm so grateful for all of the souls that I have met along this journey. It has been truly enriching. And I really take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion and joy comes from what I do. So if you are interested,
TS Drifty Pro says I just paid for a reading. So thank you, TS Drifty Pro. So definitely she'll be getting in contact with you.
Thank you. Yes, most definitely. Okay. Let's see.
Awesome.
Yes, right. Thank you, Will. I see you, Will. That's my guy right there. That's my man's. I've made so many friends.
Reading.
Yes. I've made so many friends through my birth chart readings, and I'm just so grateful for all the people that I've attracted. Most definitely.
So I'll put that link up again. So Mr. Sharp was asking for that link. So there's the link again, guys, for all of her readings. Oh, I see my uncle made it in. What's going on, Unc? How's it going? So it's Oliver DeRose Sr. He's my uncle.
Hey, Unc, what's up?
Yeah, so it's
glad to have you.
My favorite uncle in the world. So
yeah.
Y'all,
this is Nike. This my puppy son, Nike. He wanted to say hello. Him feeling better now. You okay? Yeah, all right.
What's up, grand dog?
He got to be in the mix. Someone asked, intuitives alike said, advice for beginner astrologers that are trying to get big like you out here. I've been studying astrology for about a year and a half, and I'm obsessed. Girl, I feel you. It is, astrology is so much fun. Really just once you get in tune with the archetypes and understanding how the archetypes play out, and also understanding the houses, that is when you not necessarily do away with your book knowledge, but you put the book knowledge to the back and allow the intuitive knowledge to come to the front. Okay, so once you study the archetypes, you know all the book terminology, then you allow intuition to work with the knowledge that you have gained and utilize that when interpreting.
Yeah, and I can say for Voche, she's got gifts and stuff that I had no idea about. I mean, she's really, just started. She's coming to her own with a lot of these gifts. She taps into people that have crossed over with mediation. She does the tarot cards, and all of that is just part of her intuitive wisdom that she has. So she's very gifted in what she does, and she hones those gifts. She works at them. And that's part of what you got to do too. It's kind of like being a track athlete or a basketball athlete like she was. You don't just do something or have a gift and not work on it and not get and you got to do that in order to get better at it.
Most
and
definitely.
That's what she does. So
most definitely.
Yeah.
Dedicated. Thanks, Daddy.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Voche, did you have anything else that you wanted to add here and on to this? So let's see, I'm just looking at, let's see, can Voche do classes and teaching about astrology, birth chart, tarot cards? Voche, there's somebody asking about, can you do some classes?
I know, y'all, a few people been asking me about that. Y'all just give me a little time. We're gonna work something out for y'all, okay? We're
gonna work up to it. She wants to do that, but just not right now, but
yeah,
she will.
Baby steps, baby.
Yeah, it's part of it. She's just a natural teacher anyway, so it's gonna happen. I already know that.
I see it moving in that direction for sure. I like to wait for the divine inspiration, like now. Like I always get like when it's time for me to do something, it's like an overwhelming feeling or need for action. And that's when I know to put all of my time and energy into it. When I try to force energy any other time, if I don't get that divine inspiration, just feels like work. It feels like I'm trudging. So I wait for that divine guidance, y'all. And as soon as I get it, y'all will see for sure.
Right,
okay?
Right. And see, I'm the opposite. I'm a Scorpio. I don't wait for nothing. I'm pushing and I'm trying to open doors. I'm going to bang on them and kick them until something open up.
Right.
So sometimes I get knots on my head from running in the doors, but hey, it's just what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Cancer, so I got to feel the situation now. How does it feel? What's the vibe like? Okay, now I can move.
Yeah, I'm with the situation. I'm like, you gonna feel me situation. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, it's been over an hour. So man, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys for all the gifts that you gave. It's really great when you're priming the pump and you're just supporting the channel and what we're doing here. It is really awesome. So thank you so much. This is always so much fun. I love the family that we're creating here at Comedic Center Living. It is just awesome. So thank you guys so much. Most definitely.
Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Go ahead, Dad.
No, I was just saying, all you guys that are in the class, the family that come here, that are in my class, thank you again as well for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here and just connecting all the way around. So when we're doing this, we're creating a bubble of energy and just strength that is just awesome, and it lifts everybody. So you're connected to that. That's one of the things about energy. You don't have to be local to feel it. It's like when you're in this room and we're together, we're literally creating a bubble, and we're creating our own bubble of energy and positivity and upliftment. So it's great when you guys are here together like this.
And I can feel all of y'all. So thank you so much for your beautiful presences and bringing such high energy. And we're really feeding off of each other and vibrating even stronger, even louder into the universe and affecting people that aren't even here with us now. So keep doing you guys. And once again, really appreciate you being here. And thank you, KCL fam.
Yes, most definitely. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off. Thank you, guys. Guys, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, all right? So y'all have a good one. Love, JJ. Thank you for jumping on and moderating, man. Really appreciate that. And I read my eye, Julie and Sabrina. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you.
Most definitely.
All right, guys.
Much love.
Much love. Y'all have a good one.